Should governments tax robots? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss one of the most provocative proposals in the age of artificial intelligence. Should governments impose a tax on robots and AI systems that replace human workers? Rapid advances in artificial intelligence and automation are transforming the global economy. Machines now perform tasks that once required human labor, ranging from manufacturing and logistics to legal research and medical diagnosis. While automation has significantly increased productivity, it has also raised concerns about technological unemployment and widening income inequality. These concerns have led some economists and policymakers to propose an unusual solution, a robot tax. Supporters argue that automation generates enormous economic gains but distributes those gains unevenly. When firms replace workers with machines, productivity may increase while employment and wage income decline. Because labor income constitutes a major source of tax revenue, governments may also experience shrinking fiscal resources just as demand for unemployment assistance and worker retraining increases. A robot tax, proponents argue, could partially offset these losses. Another justification concerns distributional equity. The benefits of automation often accrue disproportionately to the owners of capital rather than to workers. If technological progress concentrates wealth in a relatively small number of firms and investors, economic inequality may intensify. Taxing highly automated production could provide us governments with additional revenue to finance education, vocational training, or income support for displaced workers. Some scholars also contend that a robot tax would slow the pace of labor displacement, giving workers and educational institutions more time to adapt to structural changes in the labor market. However, critics maintain that such a policy would be economically counterproductive. Automation is one of the principal drivers of long-term productivity growth. Higher productivity enables firms to produce more output with fewer resources, raising living standards over time. If governments tax automation, firms may postpone investments in new technologies, reducing innovation and international competitiveness. Another difficulty lies in defining the tax base. What exactly qualifies as a robot? Would sophisticated accounting software, autonomous vehicles, and AI language models all be taxed? As technological progress continues, distinguishing between ordinary software and taxable automation may become increasingly arbitrary. Critics therefore argue that governments should tax economic outcomes, such as corporate profits or capital gains, rather than attempting to tax specific technologies. Moreover, history suggests that technological revolutions often eliminate certain occupations while creating entirely new industries. The Industrial Revolution displaced many traditional jobs but also generated professions that had previously been unimaginable. If governments discourage innovation today, they may inadvertently reduce the employment opportunities of tomorrow. In my opinion, governments should avoid taxing technology itself. Innovation is essential for sustained economic growth and rising productivity. Instead, policymakers should modernize tax systems to ensure that the gains from automation are shared more broadly. Investment in lifelong learning, workforce reskilling, and social insurance is likely to be more effective than penalizing technological progress. Ultimately, the real challenge is not preventing automation. It is ensuring that society possesses institutions capable of helping workers adapt to an economy in which technology evolves faster than ever before. So here's my question for you. Should governments tax automation to protect workers, or should they encourage technological innovation even if it temporarily increases inequality and job displacement? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.